Model show assignment number 2. Hello everyone. I hope this message finds you well and enjoying your summer break. My name is Francisco Blanco, and today I want to address a significant issue we have encountered at Eagle Valley High School, which is the confusion surrounding the implementation of our new standard-based grading system. This is a critical issue that affects not just our educators, but also our students and their families. And it's essential that we address it comprehensively. Transition from traditional grading to standard-based grading. I would like to have an example. As you can see in this image, traditional grading is represented by a single overall grade, much like a mechanic giving an overall assessment of a car with a B plus rating. This single grade gives a general sense of performance but lacks a specific detail about the car's condition. On the other hand, we can see that standard-based grading breaks down the car's performance into specific components, such as engine, battery, transmission, brakes, and tires. Each component is individually assessed and graded. This provides a much clearer and more detailed picture of the car's performance. And also the car's strength and the areas needing more attention. In our educational context, traditional grading offers a summary grade that might not fully capture a student's varied skills and knowledge. Standards-based grading, however, provides detailed feedback on specific areas of learning, helping us understand exactly where a student excels and where he or she may need more support. This approach not only helps us as educators to tailor our teaching strategies, but also empowers students and parents with precise information to focus their efforts on specific areas of improvement. I believe by using this analogy, I hope it becomes clear why transitioning to standard-based grading can be more beneficial for our educational goals. Let's keep this in mind as we discuss the challenges and solutions related to our standard-based grading implementation. Number one, I believe it's very important to identify the problem and the challenges. As you know, we the school, Eagle Valley High School, and the Eagle County School District, recently transitioned to the standard-based grading system, which includes new components such as rubrics, proficiency scales, and updated assessment criteria. This shift from the traditional A, B, C, D, F format to a 0 to 4 scale, along with the challenge of implementing AP grading with standard-based grading, has been challenging for many of us, and I include myself as an AP teacher. The initial response from our teacher has indicated significant confusion and frustration. Initially, the school believed that these challenges were primarily due to a lack of information and training. Therefore, They organized several training sessions and distributed informational materials, hoping that these efforts will resolve that issue. However, despite these efforts, confusion and frustration persisted, indicating that a deeper and more comprehensive approach was needed. To prevent such problems from surfacing in the future, I believe that we must adopt a deeper understanding and a more empathetic approach. Here is how we can achieve this. Facilitate comprehensive dialogues. Organize open forums and discussions where teachers, parents, and students can voice their concerns, number one, and ask many questions as they need. Understanding their perspective will provide valuable insight into the specific issues causing confusion and, of course, resistance. For instance, a teacher might share specific difficulties they may face in aligning the new lesson plans with the new rubrics and the new criteria from standard-based grading. While a parent, which has a different view, could or may show some difficulties and concern or express concerns about understanding their child's performance and progress under new systems. That was seen in our lessons where the students got a 3 or a 4 or a 2 and a 1. They wanted to have an equivalence from the former system, A, B, C, D, or F. So these dialogues are crucial for identifying the root causes of these issues and for developing tailored solutions. I think that we also must conduct needs assessment. Perform thorough needs assessment to identify areas where support is needed. Gathering data through surveys, focus group, and one-on-one interviewing will help us understand the challenge and experiences with the new system. For example, we can survey our teachers to pinpoint which aspects of the standards-based grading system are more confusing, or conduct focus groups with parents to discuss their experiences and concerns about the new grading format. I think that we also must provide instead of, I don't think the implementation is the correct word. I think it's providing tailored support for everyone. Offer tailored supports and resources to address the specific concerns of different stakeholders: students, parents, teachers, and administration and administrative team. This includes additional training sessions, one-on-one coaching with our teachers, and practical example of applying the new grading system in various contexts. For instance, providing specific case studies or example of successful standard-based grading implementation can help the teachers better understand how to apply the system in their own practices. Creating clear communication channels. Establish consistent communication channels to keep everyone informed about the implementation process, addressing concerns, and provide updates on progress and adjustments. This can include regular email updates, a dedicated session on our school website, and if possible, trying to talk to the town of Gibson and gather and trying to meet with parents and different stakeholders so they can be informed on how the process is going and where we are at and where we see ourselves implementing and improving these systems so we can avoid any misunderstanding with everyone. And because this issue is not only for the core classes and electives, but it's also seen in the AP courses, I believe that we must collaborate with AP teachers. Getting our AP teachers together so they can discuss and find solutions of how to work closely with AP teachers and to develop a framework that effectively merges the AP grading system with the standard-based grading. This collaboration will involve aligning proficiency skills with the AP standards or AP skills and creating unified rubrics for clear and comprehensive feedback. For example, AP teachers can help identify which aspects of the AP grading criteria can be integrated into the standard-based grading framework, ensuring that students receive consistent and comprehensive evaluation. Now I will describe how I believe that we could align or find the alignment between the standard-based grading and AP grading system. This is being in the past year very confusing, not only for AP teachers but also for AP students trying to understand how we can find an equivalence between both systems. So, integrating standard-based grading into AP courses without compromising the quality of the instruction and ensuring accurate feedback is very crucial. Here is how we can achieve this. Number one is aligning proficiency skills with the AP standards or AP skills. Each AP course has specific learning objectives and standards. We can develop proficiency skills that align with the AP standards. For example, in AP Spanish, the class I teach, the proficiency skill can include categories such as interpretative communication, presentational communication, and cultural competence. Each category can have a scale from 0 to 4, where 0 means no evidence, 1 represents the beginning of the proficiency, and 4 represents advanced proficiency. Number 2, creating unified rubrics. Develop rubrics that reflect both standard-based grading and AP standards. For instance, a rubric for AP English essay could include criteria such as thesis development, evidence and support, coherence and organization, and language use. Each criterion would be scored on a 0 to 4 scale, reflecting a standard-based grading principle while ensuring alignment with AP expectations. Number 3, providing comprehensive feedback. Use the unified rubrics to provide detailed feedback on a student's performance. Highlight areas of strength and areas for improvement, and connect this feedback to specific proficiency skills. For example, if a student scores a 3 in interpretative communication in AP Spanish, the teacher must provide specific example of what they did well and what they need to work on to achieve a 4. Number 4, ensuring AP exam readiness. Regularly assess a student's readiness for the AP using both standard-based grading and traditional AP style assessment. One of the examples that I would like to share with you is, for example, use past AP exam questions that can be found on College Board in practice tests and score them using both systems. The traditional rubrics that is being used by AP College Board, and the unified rubrics using standard-based grading, and also provide students with feedback on their performance, focusing on how they can improve the proficiency levels. They may create more work with our AP teachers, but it will align both systems and will provide very accuracy in the feedback for our students. Tracking progress over time. Very essential in the AP courses. Using a standard-based grading to track a student's progress over time, maintain a portfolio for each student that includes their scores on various proficiency scales and AP style assessments. This portfolio can help identify trends in students' performance and provide comprehensive view of the growth and areas that need attention. That's all for the AP alignment in both systems, the traditional grading and the standard-based grading. Now, I also believe that we as a school, we must have a policy of data-driven decision making. Here is why. Using data to inform our decision is crucial for improving our grading practices and align them with Colorado Academic Standard and Eagle County School District proficiency scales, trying to combine and merge both systems, the standard-based grading and the tools that we use to grade, which are proficiency skills and grading rubrics. Here are some examples that we can use. Number one, tracking and analyzing students' performance. We, as teachers, we must, and as educators and as school, we must collect and analyze data on a student's performance in both standard-based grading and AP assessment. For instance, track a student's performance in AP practices exam and how these scores correlate with their proficiency scale scores. This data can help identify areas where students may need additional support or where our instructional practice may need some adjustments. Number two, improving rubrics based on data. I said before that we must create unified rubrics, but we need to revise those rubrics throughout the time. Use the data collected from the students' performance to refine and improve our rubrics. For example, if we notice that students consistently struggle with a particular criterion on AP rubric, we can revise the proficiency scale and rubrics to provide clearer guidance and support the area. Align this improvement with the Colorado Academic Standards and Eagle County District Proficiency Scale to ensure consistency and coherence. Number three, aligning instruction with the standards. Ensure that our instructional practices align with both AP standards and the Colorado Academic Standards. Use the data to identify gaps between what is taught and what is assessed. For example, if data shows that the students are underperforming in a specific AP skill area, we can adjust our lesson plans and instructional strategies to better address this skill, ensuring alignment with the state standards, and providing accurate instructional for our students. I think if we have these three components, continuous feedback and adjustment, aligning the instruction with the standards, improving rubric based on data, and tracking and analyzing data, analyzing the students' performance, we can merge both systems and provide accurate instruction, and not only accurate instruction, provide a real learning experience for our students. Now I will talk about the importance of having or the importance of AP scores for students and school performance. This is not only for our students, or even though our students are our main goal, we also need to work and see our school not only as the place where we work, but as that we need to pull together so that we can have a better school and trying to work on the reputation on the school by having good scores. So here are some examples of why we need to keep good instructional practices, good grading system, merging both systems, AP grading, AP traditional grading, and standard-based grading, so we can have good scores not only for our students but also for our school. Good AP scores contribute to our school's reputation and can influence funding and resourcing, ensuring our students perform well on AP exam reflects positively on our instructional quality and academic rigor. Also, given proper instruction in AP, having both systems merging and both systems working together can create college readiness and credit for our students. High AP course can earn a student's college credit, advance placement, and improve chances of college admissions. It is essential that our grading practices prepare students effectively for these exams. Number three, feedback and improvement. AP scores provide valuable feedback on our instructional practices. Like I said before, analyzing this score can help us identify areas where our instruction is strong and our areas that need improvement. This continuous feedback loop is vital for maintaining high educational standards. Finally, I would like to come up with a conclusion and give a conclusion about this of how to tackle this issue, which is the confusion and the need to merge in two different systems: the AP traditional grading and standard-based grading, and why it's important to continue working on standard-based grading implementation in our school. Reflecting on our current situation, it is clear that effective leadership requires looking beyond the obvious and understanding the deeper level of any situation. By applying empathy, active listening, data-driven decision-making, collaboration, and transparent communication and adaptability, we can address underlying issues, build trust, and create supporting environment for everyone: students, administrative personnel, teachers, and parents. This approach not only resolves immediate problems but also fosters a culture of continuous improvement and positive outcomes. I'm very confident that by working together and maintaining a focus on this principle, we can successfully navigate this challenge and continue to strive for excellence each day. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to our mission. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.